Alright, so I'm trying to do a quick video. Don't argue. This is for Mercy Siemens, right? People in general, right? Don't argue with the captain, chief engineer. Those are licensed. Don't argue with licensed personnel or the licensed officer, right? So I'm working. It's me and another guy, another AB, right? He's no offense, just trying to give y'all white male, 40s, overweight, consistently makes excuses, right? Consistently, everything is an excuse or he's complaining. My captain, 54, right? He's like 10 years older than me, right? Very traditional, old school white male from South Louisiana. Leave it to him. He been a captain since he was 8 years old. He been driving boats since he was 8 years old, right? Extremely a stickler. Like he's I would put him smart as far as the industry, the maritime industry and working boats, and he understands how to pick a crew, right? So when you get a captain, and there's me, right? I'm disciplined, and not always, but when it comes to my job, like I've been out here long enough, I know the game. I know when my captain is a stickler and he's like strict about certain things. I know how to move around that. I appreciate when I get a captain that's younger and don't necessarily follow the old traditional rules in the maritime industry, and he's a little more lax. That's great, okay? But if it's a hard-nosed captain, it don't bother me. I don't run from it. I can work with him. I understand exactly how to deal with him. So I'm fully aware that this man asks questions. This man goes behind your work. This man act like he ain't looking, but he looking. Okay, he pays attention to everything you say. Everything you say will be used against you with this man. Like for real, like he hold court any and everywhere. He holds court everything you say. Okay, because he wants to know how much of a man you are or a woman. Okay, so to young black men and women coming into the industry, whether you're on tugboat, ships, in between, be mindful of your words and your emotions, man. Do not give that to people, because in a setting of men, and if you're a male and a woman, if you make excuses to people that don't make excuses, they know exactly what an excuse is. If you're in a setting of people that know how to control their emotions and you get emotional, they know what that is, because either they worked on it or they just psychologically in tune more than you. Okay? So I said all that to say, story time. Now I've been telling this dude that I'm working with, I was like, bro, you might want to chill out and stop going back and forth with the captain. If he tell you something, if he tell you to do something, just do it, even if it's stupid, as long as it ain't jeopardizing your safety. Because 9 times out of 10, more times than some, they're not gonna put you in a difficult position because they're the captain. And if they put you in a difficult position, they're responsible for you. Okay, even if it sounds stupid and all in between, your safety is what matters. When it comes to your safety, then you speak up. But I've been telling this guy, I was like, bro, stop going back and forth with the captain. So today he decided to go back and forth with the captain, and it was about accountability. And me and him basically said, yesterday I was like, yo, we ain't doing no complaining. If you do complain, you gotta do 20 push-ups all day, every day. I call you out, you call me out, right? So he was like, all right, bet. So he didn't know, like, he said the captain asked him to do something and he complained. So I was like, oh, that's 20. All right, so boom, yeah, I called him out. You gotta do 20. And he was like, I ain't complaining. So the captain standing right there, I was like, Cap, was he or was he not complaining? He was like, yeah, he was complaining. And he was like, what y'all got going on? So I told him what we had going on, right? So boom, the cat was like, well, you owe 8 and 20 push-ups. So he like, no, I wasn't complaining. I wasn't complaining. I was like, yes, you was, bro. So anywho, this morning, now he pulled some food out to be cooked today, right? He's supposed to cook today. Now we in Louisiana. It's hot. Okay. We got a big ass project. We in the shipyard. Today is elbows and a-holes, okay? He get in the truck. Captain called him out. Hey, you know your old Agent 20 push-ups. You gave him this 20 push-ups. So he pressing him, right? Because Captain is aware of how indecisive he is. Just the type of person he is. And he likes to be combative about nothing. And he jokes too much, right? And I've been telling him, bro, you gotta chill out with the jokes and all that shit. Cause like, you know, whatever people, like, it's hard for people to take you serious because you always complaining and you're more pessimist. You're like a pessimist, okay? So he get in the truck. He going back and forth with Cap. Da, 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 da. So we get to the boat, right? Now he telling us what we got to do today. So he telling him, he mentioned something about cooking the meat. So the dude I work with, he was like, oh, I can't cook the meat because we got all this stuff to do today. Da, 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 da. Now he complaining. We got all this stuff to do today. But he don't know that he complaining in his head, right? And the captain was like, you know what? Adrian, you cook. Come on, you cook. You working. And he was like, what? He looking, what? And the captain was like, nah, Adrian, you cook. You want to cook, Adrian? Do you want to eat today? I said, yup. Leave me in the AC. Talking to y'all. Now he outside in the holes. It's hot. It's 80 degrees already. It's 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, Central Time. The sun up. It's hot. It's not hot. It's warm. It's real warm. Now he gonna spend the first half of his day out there by himself, right? Because he can't register in his head. He can't register like me telling him you complaining. Like, that's the whole point that I say, well, because I don't want to hear you complain. I want you to kind of think like, well, let me not say this because I don't want to do 20 push-ups. Like, I don't want to hear it. Like, man, that environment, man, complaining at a job, that shit is so not it, bro. I know how bad it is. I'm here with you. I'm working with you. But to just sit there and just complain about every little thing, like, bro, he was finna be inside. I had no problem. I didn't want to cook. I wanted to be in the AC. I didn't want to cook, and I'm a good cook. But because his being a pessimist is not good. Being a complainer is not good. On a ship, you better off having a positive, upbeat attitude. So I said all that to say, like, have a positive, upbeat attitude when you get on these ships. Like, if they ask you to do something, if it ain't jeopardizing your safety, man, just do it. If it's hot, hydrate yourself. If it's cold, like, go get these things to make yourself comfortable at work, because work is work. There's no sensitive or light way to put work. It's work, okay? But you can make yourself comfortable at work. You know what I mean? So, hey, don't complain. I told that story. I said all that to say, don't complain. When you get on these ships, these old school captains, bro, ladies, man, they look at that. They look at that. They listen to what you're saying, because everything you say out of your mouth describes who you are as a person. If you're optimistic or you're a pessimist. Do you look at life as half full, or do you look at it as empty? The choice is yours. It's in your brain. Just tap into your brain. Think about what the fuck you finna say before you just blurt it out. Where we come from, especially black people, what's hip and trendy is to just say shit out of our mouth. We just don't. We just. That's why we funny and entertaining, cause we don't think. We just be saying shit and it's funny. Like we be having the gall to say the most outlandish shit. But I'm telling you, out here in this profession, amongst men, educated, wise men, you sound like a fool. You look like a fool. I'm gonna get one more before I go. The Simpsons have a character, Sideshow Bob, with the little fucking dookie dreads and shit coming out like this. Most white people, most captains, right? Most men, most wise, intelligent people will associate black men from the hood with dreads to Sideshow Bob. I ain't saying all of them. I'm saying the perception that they get because they watch The Simpsons. They don't interact with black people, but they watch The Simpsons. And if they had to put the characters in place based off the characters and how they look, how they dress, most of us look like Sideshow Bob. Most of us act like Sideshow Bob. And then add on the ignorance of the music. Add on the motherfucking NWA movie and the media painting us to be the XYZ. Let me get off my motherfucking. Let me stop. Let me get off my little my box. Okay. That's just free game. Free game. If you want to keep your dreads, if you want to keep that personality, you want to keep the pessimist, that's fine. That's all for you. I'm not telling you to change. This video is for how they perceive you in your presentation, how you look, and what comes out of your mouth. Over and out.